Hello everyone, welcome back. This week it's Rich from Mowd, and this week we're talking aeration for your lawn. Aeration is one of the most important tasks you can perform in your lawn on a fairly regular basis, because as you move over your lawn and the kids play on it, you're going to get compaction of the top layers of soil, and that makes it very difficult for the grass, especially the grass roots, to establish. And if you have really shallow roots or roots that struggle to establish, then when it comes to midsummer where there's not much water available, the roots haven't penetrated deep enough to access the moisture and indeed the nutrients that are there. So aeration is an absolutely key task to perform, and we're going to show you how to do it. So what are the benefits of aerating then? So like I say, if you've got compacted soil, you can help loosen the compaction, but being able to drive those roots much deeper into the soil gives them access to other nutrients and just makes the grass plant much more sustainable and resilient to dry spells and frost and even wet spells. It'll also allow water to penetrate the surface and get further down into those roots. You might have some waterlogged areas this time of year. Certainly the last 3 months we've had loads of rain, so it'll just help the water penetrate, and along with the water, all the nutrients you're putting down from the fertilizers. And if you're going to do it as part of a lawn renovation, then when you do all these holes all over the lawn, you have all these mini plant pots, and what you'll do then is spread your grass seed, pre-seed fertilizer and topsoil, and you just produce like thousands of little plant pots all over the lawn where your new grass seed can germinate and flourish. And one thing you can struggle with if you have compacted soil is anaerobic soil, and that means that you got all the proteins are breaking down without the presence of oxygen, and that will in itself cause hydrogen sulfide gas, which is commonly known as sewer gas. Slight rotten egg smell to it, but it just means that the roots cannot develop. So aerating allows the air to get in there. Tools to aerate. What tools do you need to aerate your lawn? Well, they've got a few varying options. You've got a garden fork in your most simple basic form, the Hol Tin Airators, the manual version that we used last week that you'll have seen, but also if you've got the inclination and the budget, you can also hire a mechanical Hol Tin Aerator, which does by far the best job, but does require a certain amount of effort in sourcing it, fetching it and using it. But in terms of garden fork, the way to use this is quite simply push it down quite vertically, nice and deep, a wiggle back and forth side to side, and you'll see that creates some nice big holes. That is good enough. What you can also do, some of you play football and rugby pitches, you'll see they do what they call fracture tine or verti draining, and what they do in this instance is they just slightly lift, and that pulls the whole soil structure up a little bit and allows air to get down into those roots. That, when you're looking at quite a soft lawn like you are today, is a really simple task. The other option that we touched upon last week was one of these manual Hol Tin Airators. Again, it's another simple matter that you just want to push straight down, wiggle it up and out, and you produce these lovely cores that as you lift them out, the soil you're pushing into will lift the cores out of here. And the benefit of that is you're actually removing some soil from the surface, and that allows the grass and the soil structure to move into that space, relieving the compaction, certainly of the top 4 inches or so. The other option, as we mentioned, is to actually hire your Hol Tin Aerator. You've seen some videos of us last year using that in an autumn lawn renovation. The quickest by far, but if you've got a garden this size, kind of 200 square meters, you'll have that done in around about 5 minutes. So worth what we're doing this year is a few of us on the street are all clubbing in to get the Hol Tin Aerator, and we'll do each other's lawns because it will still only take probably the best part of an hour. So if you can get a group of you together to do it, by far the most efficient way. So the important thing to remember is you can't just go out and Hol Tin or even solid tine whenever you want to. There are certain things you've got to consider. First of all, if you're using a manual system, the ground has to be soft enough to allow you to get those cores out. You're certainly not going to be doing this midsummer because the ground will be too hard. With the heavier machines and the mechanical machines, the ground doesn't have to be quite so soft, but again, midsummer is really quite a no-no. And the reason for that is you're going to create this hole, and if it stays dry and the sun bears down on it, those holes aren't going to seal up, and what you'll get then is you'll just help dry out the surface and you'll develop these cracks. Those of you who've been on the golf course will recognise that they use solid tines a lot of times on the golf course. The reason for that is they're just less intrusive. You can still play because the tines are quite small and quite thin, but also because they're sand-based greens, they're not going to dry out quite as much as if you had a huge hollow core. So your best chance really is springtime or autumn, but one thing you really don't want to do is hollow tine, or even indeed solid tine, if you're expecting a frost or some low temperatures. You do not want the cold to penetrate down to the roots. That's just asking for trouble. If you're planning a lawn renovation, hollow tine aeration is absolutely the way to go, and I'd say a must task. So there's our quick guide to hollow tine aeration and solid tine aeration. Great time to be doing it in the next few weeks. Let us know how it goes for you, and like I say, let us know as well if you're going to end up getting together with some of your neighbours, hiring a hollow tine aerator and doing your lawns. Not too long now either until the RHS Malvern Spring Festival. We're really proud to be exhibiting there this year, so 100,000 people will be coming by. If you're one of them, come to the stand, come and see us and have a chat about aeration, scarification, and about our lawn care products as well. We're also lucky enough to be joined by Aerate Mowers this year. They'll be bringing down some of their lawn mowers for you to see, and some of their electric battery powered mowers, so come down and take a look. Thanks for watching again this week, guys. Give us a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the bell notification as well, so we can send these videos straight out to you. If you want to see some more videos, you can see the mechanical hollow tine aerator working in our autumn lawn renovation if you click up here. And if you want to see one of our Scarifier reviews of the Hyundai Scarifier, the electric plug-in one that we use fairly regularly, you can click down here.